Hello, I'm Chris. Here are my top 5 tips to help you learn how to drive a manual car. These tips are for you if you're about to start or just beginning to learn how to drive a manual car. To make it less stressful, I'd recommend practicing all of them before going out onto busy roads. My first tip is to get used to where the gears are positioned and how to change gear. It's important to memorise this diagram on top of the gear lever, as it shows where each gear is positioned. Practice changing gear with the engine off to save fuel. At the moment it's in neutral, which isn't any gear. You can tell it's in neutral as you can move it left and right. Push left and forward for first. Hold it lightly to the left and back for second. There's no need to push it hard into gear, especially when changing to third. Just push it forward lightly and allow the gear lever to spring to neutral and then forward to third. You don't need to grip it tightly. From second to third, just push forward lightly, let it spring to neutral and then forward to third. Normally you'd have your fingers around the gear lever, but I just wanted to demonstrate how you don't need to grip it tightly. Back in a straight line for fourth. Push forward lightly and to the right for fifth. And keep light pressure to the right and back for sixth. Not all cars have 6 gears. Reverse is where the letter R is on the diagram, and can be in a different position depending on the model of car. But you won't select reverse by accident, as you normally have to lift a metal collar on the gear lever or push it down. Also, practice changing down through the gears. After that, try skipping gears, maybe fourth to second, third to first. And once you feel ready, practice changing gear without looking at the gear lever. This is important because you don't want to look down while you're driving. Second tip is to really get used to where the biting point is. The biting point, along with the gas, makes the car want to move forward. To practice, press the clutch, start the engine, select first gear, and to help avoid stalling, set the gas. It's not precise, but press the gas pedal lightly and rev the engine to roughly 1.5. Now slowly raise the clutch to the biting point. You know when you've got it as the back of the car dips. The front raises slightly and the engine sound changes a little. Now press the clutch down and practice getting the biting point again. Keep repeating this and hopefully you'll start getting the biting point quicker. This will be important for situations like when you're waiting at traffic lights, it changes to green, and you don't want to take ages setting the gas and finding the biting point to move off, as it might annoy other drivers behind. My third tip is to practice lots of moving off and stopping without stalling. Practice this within a quiet area so you can really concentrate on the pedals. To help the car not stall when moving off, remember to set the gas first, then biting point. When you release the parking brake to go, don't let go of the clutch too soon. Keep at the biting point for about 2 to 3 seconds, and once you're moving faster than a walking pace, gently release the clutch. A common reason for stalling is releasing the clutch too soon when moving off. When stopping, remember to press the clutch down about 2 car lengths or about 2 seconds before you want to stop completely. If you don't, then the car will stall. You're going to be doing a lot of moving off and stopping, so practice it until you get confident. My next tip is to practice lots of clutch control. This will help when you're creeping slowly in stop-start traffic and emerging carefully out of junctions. You have to use clutch control when driving roughly between 0 to 5 miles per hour. To creep slowly, set the gas and biting point. Feet still. This will maintain a slow speed, unless you're driving downhill. Lower the clutch about a pound coin thickness to slow down, or raise the clutch slightly to increase speed. I'll demonstrate how pressing the gas doesn't affect the speed, as I'm holding the clutch at a biting point. Although pressing the gas doesn't affect the speed, it's still good to use a little gas as it helps the car not stall. When you want to drive faster than about 5 miles per hour, more gas, and gently raise the clutch all the way. It's difficult to see at this junction. To get a better view, I'll have to use clutch control to creep forward really slowly. I can now see it's safe, so more gas, and gently raise the clutch. Clutch control is a crucial part of driving a manual car, and one I'd recommend practicing a lot. Again, in a quiet area to start with. My fifth tip is to practice when to change gear. You should accelerate before changing up gears, or otherwise the car will struggle like this. In 4th gear at this speed, I'm pressing the gas pedal and it's hardly doing anything. I'll change down to 2nd and it provides a lot more power to accelerate. So lower gears provide more power, but you get higher speeds out of higher gears. But changing down to the wrong gear for your speed can make the car jerk like this. You'll know when to change up a gear, as the engine sounds like it's working a bit too hard, and it becomes noisier. Anytime you slow down, you'll have to think if you need to change down to a lower gear. You can only drive so fast or slow in each gear. In this car, in 1st gear, you can get up to about 15 miles per hour before you should change up to 2nd. 2nd will take you up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour, and then change up to 3rd. You can get a lot more speed out of the higher gears. There's not a precise speed when to change up gears. It can depend on different factors, such as how fast you want to accelerate, which car you're driving, how much weight is in the car, and whether you're driving up or downhill. Now if I reduce my speed below roughly 20 miles per hour, I'll need 2nd. If I drive slower than about 10 miles per hour, I'll need 1st. But you don't need to change down through the gears. Instead, slow down to the speed you need, in this case below 10 miles per hour, and change straight to 1st gear. This is called block gear changing, or skipping gears. If you want more information on this, there's a link in the description that might help. I'm going to turn left, and I need to slow down to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. As it's below 20 miles per hour, I'll need 2nd gear, but I'll only change down after I've slowed down. But make sure you slow down and change down in time, or you might not have full control, or be ready for what might be in the next road. There might be a pedestrian or a car turning around. Now I need first gear as I almost stopped. Although you can stop the car in any gear, always remember to change back to first if you want to move off again, or otherwise the car will probably stall. So they're my top 5 tips to help you learn how to drive a manual car. Practice how to change gear. Get used to where the biting point is. Practice lots of moving off and stopping, clutch control, and when to change gear. Once you've practiced all those and built up confidence, you'll then be ready to drive onto busier roads. If you're learning how to drive a manual car, then you're definitely on the right YouTube channel. We've got more in-depth, detailed tutorials on how to change gear, how to move off without stalling, clutch control, covering the basics, to using clutch control on a hill, in traffic. Plus detailed videos on when to change gear, even on a roundabout or uphill. Thanks a lot for watching. I really hope it helped. If it did in any small way, then please give it a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, then please do for our latest videos. In the meantime, keep safe on the road, and bye for now.